And everybody, we have been at this for quite a while. We are now starting here the quarterfinals of the ALTTPR Randomizer Tournament for 2022 here. This is our first match of the Elite 8 quarterfinals, whatever you want to call them. We're going to have a lot of fun today. My name's Days Cloud. I'm joined here with last year's champion, Dante, who's going to sit here and help us critique exactly what these two runners are doing.
Yeah, we're going to judge them to the highest level. We're going to hold it to them. We're also going to try to have some fun, too. But, Days, I'm happy to be here. Zelga and GFE are two fantastic runners, and I'm actually looking forward to this face-off. I think I saw him discussing in the race time room that besides, like, ladder races, these two have actually never faced off in, like, a tournament setting, which, if that's true, that's actually very surprising to me.
That's kind of incredible with the amount of time that these guys have been racing in all of the different tournaments and league races and everything else that they've done. It's kind of incredible that this would be their first time going against each other here. Looks like today we're going to have a little bit of tournament hard open, which is for anybody who remembers back in the old days there when we had the qualifiers, this is what we were racing for that.
Yeah, it feels like so long ago, like 3 whole entire months. Maybe it actually was. But we're finally here in quarterfinals, and the mode is still around and kicking. I don't think either runner, as we get started, I don't think either of them were that excited to see it come back up, but that's what we're playing today.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have both runners start off at Sank today, and oh man, GFE's map check there was very quick. I saw a red crystal over at Eastern Palace, and I want to say a crystal up at Hera. If anyone else caught that, we're going to say thank you and big and just immediate thank you over to our tracker today, Lady Laura Linda, who is going to be clicking the buttons for us.
Yeah, I hope she called it. I definitely missed Desert, so maybe we can catch it on Zelga's side. But basically the same opening from both of these guys. Just going to go head into the Lost Woods. We do see green rupees on the tier 1 tree pull. I doubt we see them farm that too much, but we do also have small magic for the bush crab, so another farming opportunity that has gone awry. So not the best thing early on, but that bottle is kind of nice because we can do Sick Kid first visit into Kakariko.
Kind of interesting that both of these guys are going to take that early check there. So, hey, okay, nice and easy Moon Pearl today. It's going to be sitting just right in Link's house. They took those first kind of 3 checks there out of Sank and Lost Woods and have decided that since they didn't get bombs or money or kind of anything of interest, we're going to go take Kakariko from the south, it looks like.
Yeah, this is a pretty smart play, especially if you want to put the uncle off, like a lot of people have been doing. So GFE getting a little lucky here on the first one. These are 2 bushes that you'll see them try to get. Zelga actually got both of them on the second try, but they're 50-50. So it's not like a seeded RNG, but basically in 2 attempts, they each got 2, so kind of worked out.
Yeah, I mean, you hate when you lose a little bit of that time just to missing bad luck. There's nothing you can do there. You run 3 and 4 times, you go up and down the thing, and you get maybe 1 bomb out of it. And you curse the loss of 30 seconds, but nothing on a race game.
It's not even that bad, but when you're racing and it's always like high pressure, or at least it feels that way. It just feels like 10 times longer than it actually is. But as you mentioned, race game nothing, and I doubt we see them go back for that heart piece in the library. So off we go to Kakariko. 10 arrows in the back of the tavern. That's kind of nice, but to use them, we're going to need that bow. And I guess speaking of the bow, this is the mode where there are only 1 bow, not 2. And we're going to have to maybe find silvers if we want a nice comfy fight.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say there. I mean, neither of these runners are going to need silvers by any means, but like if you find them, you're just going to say thank you, and this has made my life considerably easier, because one of the other things about this fun mode is Zelga gets his first chest turn of the day, so for people keeping count, that's 1. Is that these runners are going to be on green mail. the entire time. That is the best that they can do. They're gonna have the maximum tempered sword, maximum green mail, lots and lots of heart pieces. But other than that, this is a little bit harder than your standard open mode. I mean, that's kind of why we called it hard open. But
Yeah.
we'll see how this all kind of works out with them. I don't really expect this being too difficult, as GFE getting that 300 rupees is going to help them out, because we didn't have money before this.
Oh yeah, I was about to say we may be leaving Bottle Vendor behind, but that was a thing of the past very quickly, as we also see a glove and a book. So book is going to potentially give us that Desert Palace access, not clearable at the moment without a fire source. We also don't know about the boots, but something to keep in mind as we do this initial light world pass through.
And honestly, you kind of maybe consider, instead of ending your route down here in Blind's basement, you might take that book up to the pedestal at this point.
It's possible. So we get a cane and a sword in Blind's hut. $50 too. That's kind of nice, getting us closer to Zora money if we need it. We do not know the back yet. It's still, GFE's just making us wait. It's $20 though. So, but GFE not going to take your advice there, Days. Not going to go read the pedestal.
I mean, there's a reason why GFE's in the top 8, and I'm sitting here talking to you right now. I mean, so, you know, I mean, he knows what he's doing here, I imagine. So, gonna take that glove that we got, though, out of the well. We're gonna head over and check Back of Escape, like he kind of mentioned, and grab the 3, possibly 4 items if we find a small key, and head to Dark Cross there, possibly.
Yeah, and I think Zelga is going to be basically taking the same route. So we got 3 bombs, $20, and 3 more bombs. So Back of Escape, whole lot of nothing, but I guess we got some more checks out of the way that we don't have to worry about.
Now, I kind of wonder if either of these runners kind of scouted each other's early movement here, because I was kind of wondering if GFE would do this exact play and head towards the castle now, because for one, he knows that their small key is either going to be in the very first chest of Hyrule Castle, or it's going to be on Dark Cross, okay? Because we got map, we got 3 items out of the back. And you kind of wonder if either of these guys maybe are thinking, okay, I don't know if my opponent, maybe Uncle starts. If he Uncle starts, I want to make sure that, you know, they don't have, let's say there were boots or something over here that one of them didn't get to it so much earlier than the other person.
Right. Yeah, and this kind of is a good way to cover your bases, you know, especially if potentially someone does Uncle route to begin with, and, you know, also maybe there's another weapon here that could have been an initial weapon to throw them into Escape at the very beginning, but just a couple pieces of heart, so not the case today. But GFE is going to continue the route into front of Escape. We'll see, hopefully, those last couple of items.
That's kind of interesting there. It looks like our Hyrule Castle guards here are on the top prize pack there, because I'm seeing some fairies showing up here. I imagine we'll be seeing some full magic here, that possibly off of the green guard here a little bit further in on GFE's side. That might be an easy way to, you know, get yourself a little bit of additional, you know, stock before you mess with the rest of the game.
Yeah, get a few dollars, get a bit of magic. You know, the miscellaneous prize pack is like one of the best ones. You know, we don't need the 8 bomb drop. We're both maxed out at 10 at the moment, but maybe in the late game that could come in handy.
And with that 20 rupees there being that Zelga showing us and GFE showed us a second ago here, I guess that means that we're not going to be seeing the small key down here, because small key's not going to be able to lock itself in either the boomerang chest or Zelda's cell. So Dark Cross is not something we're going to be seeing today.
Yeah, as a runner, you know, going into the front here after doing back, I think it's like, you know, a little bit of peace of mind, just not having to stress about, do I want to do Dark Cross with 4 hearts, no lamp, no boots, no fun, no hook shot. But we don't have to worry about it, so these guys will be good.
I'll just GFE, that was an interesting way of killing that ball and chain guard there. Just getting a little bit hairy when the green guard came over to say hi, and he was like, "I'm just gonna kill both of you at the same time." There you go.
In Rando, there is nothing wrong with when an 8/ goes wrong to just pull out the invincibility item when you need it. As Zelga is going to be in a little bit of a precarious position here, down to 1 heart, but is going to get away with it, so it should be fine.
And okay, I was a little concerned there for a second that Zelga, it seemed like he might have been thinking about going towards Dark Cross there, but no, he's been paying attention. So everything's good. Everything's good here. And gonna continue on GFE's side here. He's going directly over towards Mini Moldorm Cave here. Gonna grab 5 more items out of this and hopefully get it going if this Mini Moldorm wants to behave, which he's not.
He is the Olympian Moldorm. GFE finally taking him down a notch. We do see it was a pendant, one of the non-fun pendants on Desert, but we do have a mirror inside Mini Moldorm Cave, and as you can see, Zelga not headed to Mini Moldorm Cave.
No, we're gonna go check Sasharala really fast here. Not gonna take any time to find out about the green pendant since we already have map and information, but we're gonna get a bow there out of back of Sasharala's closet, so I think I know where Zelga's going.
Yeah, and I think, unless something crazy pops up here for GFE, like, GFE's going to be getting that pretty soon. We're one piece of the puzzle away from, potential Dark World access. The bow's kind of in a weird spot, but, I don't know, right now the game's kind of funneling them there.
Yeah, I don't think they really. I don't see GFE missing that unless he somehow gets hammer here in like the next 2 seconds. Then he might be, willing to go do some other things like go into the Dark World, and then you wait for Pod Eastern area until you get a bow, and unfortunately it's right there.
All right, so GFE going to get that full magic and is going to farm this 20 rupee cave. Looks like this is probably going to be a setup just to make sure he has Zora money.
And makes perfect sense here. I mean, he was at 460. That's what, 2 entrances into this 20 rupee cave. Get yourself 500, and if you're gonna go all the way to Zora, you might as well go up there and make sure you can complete the whole thing.
Yeah, I really like that just because, you've got 3 potentially, 2, 3 items that you could get if you swim up, to the under the bridge guy. But do you really want to chance that in a situation like this? Sometimes it's worth that extra, 10, 15 seconds just to get it done.
Yeah, and then I mean, I know from I kind of a little surprised that GFE maybe is going for this so early. I mean, the reward for doing this early is quite large here, but at the same time, if you start having issues kind of like GFE's doing there, you can bleed a little bit of time here. You're giving time back to Zelga, and it looks like since our hammer's in Eastern Palace today, GFE's definitely going to be funneled toward this area sooner than later. But with no bow, if there's something on Zora Ledge, GFE's going to have to make another trip around to do this. So from his standpoint, he's hoping that he gets to that Zora area and sees absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and this is kind of a weird spot for Zelga, too, just because if he were to just get really aggressive and go straight into Dark World, he's going to be missing that mirror, and that's definitely something you want to, have going into Dark World.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if you're going to do that, you probably want to go swing down south, go grab Mini Moldorm, maybe grab Dam, and then hop into the Dark World. Just kind of take those 7 before heading into Hype Cave and such. But I mean, yeah, we'll have to see if he gets really aggressive. We're in the area of interesting things happening here. That's
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to keep an eye on 3 bombs in the vanilla big key chest. I believe that's item number 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Zelga is going to go ahead and sequence break all the way to the back and get this dungeon over with.
Yeah, I was not counting, but we're going to have silver arrows over on GFE's side because they are on that left chest of the waterfall fairy, and you get a free green potion as well, so that's great. And our tracker there, Lady Laura Linda, saying that we have all 3 items, so Zelga headed to the back there to pick up this crystal.
This is a pretty scary dark room, all things considered, but Zelga making it look easy, or rather potentially sound easy. I didn't really see it. I just saw the the key appear on the HUD and go away. So, very nice work. Rest of this should be pretty free for him.
It looks to be making through this. I think he's played this game once or twice before.
Never. GFE at the Zora domain and getting a piece of heart for his troubles. So, like you were saying, all the puzzle pieces for Dark World are over here in Eastern area or in the dungeon. So GFE probably headed over here now to get that bow and that hammer.
Or we're going to head down to the desert area here. We're taking a little bit of a gamble over on GFE's side. We're going to go check the dam real fast and then head down there. So this is possibly a little unfortunate. I mean, we're gonna see if he pulls, I don't know, fire rod or something interesting out of the back here. Then great, but yeah, this is kind of feels like going the wrong direction at the moment. But I mean, you don't want to leave these Sphere Zero locations,
Yeah, it's
too
very
long.
easy from our vantage point of seeing, both of the screens to say something along those lines. Like, if obviously it's just a piece of heart. If something's here, especially Agena, I really doubt that we see Zelga head to Agena unless he does this mini Moldrum Cave right or first and then do like a full left sweep. But I kind of feel like this is going to be his like safety, like you were talking about. Do these 5 items, do the dam, and then maybe walk back up and head into Dark World.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is kind of the thing for GFE here. I mean, like, he's not really... I don't think this is necessarily losing time. Like, he's got to walk all the way out here, right? But, I mean, chances are Zelga's going to have to come out here at some point anyway. Like, he might end up coming out here later, though, with the flute, which is a little bit faster. But, I mean, this by no means is like losing GFE any great race or anything like that. I mean, it's just right now not the direction that we know the items are in right now.
Now, when he pulls something amazing out of desert, you and me are going to look real stupid. Just putting that out there.
I'm totally used to it at this point. So, we'll see what he gets here. We'll also be able to find out whether or not we're going to be boots locked today. Not like it'll really help us since this is a pendant, but it's kind of nice to know, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like this is I'm not gonna say a huge gamble, but like anything that is in here for GFE, I feel like is going to be a very long time before Zelga gets to it.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I don't see Zelga coming over here until we've got flute and mitts, and well, since we have the mirror, everything's okay. Since he did go to Mini Moldrum Cave, okay. So we're at least not totally boots locked here, as we get a small key there out of the map chest. As a green pendant, Thieves Town, and a red pendant at Swamp. But I want to say that was a 5-6 over at Pod as well.
Yeah, I saw the Pod one. Did see Swamp as well. But here's Hype Cave coming up for Zelga. Just $20 on the NPC. Meanwhile, GFE going to be getting his big key. There are the boots for Zelga in Hype Cave. Game is playable. So I'll give that Hype Cave a really good rating only because we got boots.
Yeah, no, you get boots, you don't care about anything else. you just get real happy and you start running as quickly as you can here. As 10 arrows there on the torch, so it's kind of looking like we're not going to pull anything here from Desert. We're going to check this big chest and hope for the second item being here, but survey says that's a heart container. I mean, not terrible.
I mean, in tournament hard, you don't really turn that down. I think there's 2 in the pool, so not having to get 8 or 4. I'm sorry, heart pieces. Like, it's definitely worth getting. Not really worth going out of the way, but not something GFE is going to say, well, this is total crap.
Yeah, no. GFE is gonna be like, okay, you know what? I mean, I would have liked progression item, but I'll take that, sure. So he's on his way up here. He's gonna go ahead and grab his bow from Sasharala, probably following Zelga's footsteps here, and grab the go ahead and grab his crystal from Eastern. I don't know. He has to, because he has to go into it. Hammer. I was about to say.
I was just thinking, like, it would be really nice for GFE to kind of like get some time back, doing what you were kind of thinking of, heading to Dark World, but with Hammer being inside Eastern, not really feasible to do so. If so, we found some new tech and we need to discuss it.
Yeah, it's just like, wait a minute, we can do bunny walking in this mode now. I was like, no, that's the inverted. That's the inverted keys that we got to see, a couple of races earlier today. Feature here. I don't think we'll be seeing this in these set of races here, because I was looking at the cards there. I wanted to say inverted keys had like a 0 or something behind it. So I think we're gonna see this, and the smart money would be on tournament keys for game 2 between these guys, I think is what I was seeing. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, one thing I've learned about the card system for this tournament is if you go with the smart money, you're gonna lose a lot of times.
That would be Rando in a nutshell, right?
Exactly. So GFE, heading through Eastern, going to be getting his hammer very soon. We got some new checks here on Zelga's side. He is doing pot. I'm going to... Oh, there's the flute. All right. So that makes the game real comfy. We got all of our movement tech. The only thing that could be better now is maybe a hook shot. But the way it stands, I mean, Zelga's not in the most ideal territory here. 5 hearts. No lamp, no fire rod. I assume he's going to go ahead and try to finish pod while he's here. I've seen him do it, but it's definitely not the easiest thing to do with this loadout.
I'm very curious how he's going to handle Dark Turtles there in the back without this. Like, if you've got a medallion or something like that, if you've got ether or bombos or something like that, Dark Turtles, and not really a big deal for these guys. But if you've got Spider Sword, 5 hearts, kind of nothing else, it's going to get real interesting real quick.
Yeah, it's always a fun time when that's the case. But there's Hammer for GFE, so he has all the pieces of the puzzle to get to Dark World, and we'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he's going to go ahead. It would be kind of foolish to not, I think, at this point, but going to go ahead and check the vanilla big key chest. Zelga getting Hammer Yump. We're heading into Dark Maze, just a map in the big chest.
Gonna work our way through this here, and looks like we got, well, there's our compass. Okay, so everything else is gonna be useful in this dungeon. At least it'll be either a key or an actual one of the 5 items that we found in here. Haven't been counting. And there's a master sword, so okay, that's helpful-ish right now.
Yeah, always nice to have that. More firepower, more better.
All right, GFE getting his way through here, making use of that extra heart container. I mean, that's actually one thing for GFE. I kind of wonder if immediately after this, if he's going to walk down after finishing Eastern Palace here and walk down just to the portal down at basically Flute Spot 5 here, just south of Eastern Palace, and go into pod himself there. I mean,
it's quite possible. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would probably
to see
do
him
it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here exactly, because Zelga is gonna go and make his way, and we're gonna get to see exactly what's gonna happen with this dark room back here. It looks like he picked up another heart container, so we're at 6 hearts now. So big value.
Oh yeah. He does have a red goo. I just noticed that with him scrolling through, so he does have a little bit of a contingency plan if things go awry. Meanwhile, GFE did complete the dark room as well in the back. Did have a few more, like, I guess 1 or 2 more hearts. But making it look easy, and Silver's making it look even easier. Man, I'm ready for this Armos Knights fight because it's going to be like 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's see here. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and okay, yeah, ball 6. There we go.
All right, perfect. All right, so we're switching over. We got Zelga's audio now, and we're going to be able to hear the torment of Dark Turtles.
So what's your strategy for dealing with this sort of room here, bud?
Pray to the NMG muscle memory. Hope you see at 4 like he just did. Oh, 5? Oh my god.
That's filthy.
Okay, that's my strategy, but it doesn't go that way.
I've seen one other person do that, and that's Airy.
What a legend.
That was really good there. Dang. All right, so we're going into King Helmasaur here with full health. Got the spin speed there, so we've got a little bit of additional oomph to our hammer here. We got a little bit of additional length. GFE deciding to save and quit there. Okay, so Zelga taken. Yeah, he realized I'm about to get hit, so he
this is good.
Went to his blue cane. And we're just gonna do it out. GFE saving and quitting from Eastern there actually is really good because now he's going to get the boots and that'll save him a little bit of time going through pod. But well done fight over there by Zelga.
Yeah, that's crystal number 2 for Zelga, and the game's now playable for GFE too.
And in fact, we're
getting a Bombos tablet check.
Yeah, looks like it. I wonder if we're going to be going
spicy.
Yeah, this is different here because I mean this is one of those things that you can put off for a long time if we ping something here because Zelga's got the flute. He's gonna not be in this area very much, and it's couch cast, so it does not matter anymore. Fair enough.
Well, we'll see what GFE decides to do. We do have Stumpy and Dig Game on the table.
Grabbed a Bombos medallion there out of Bonk Rocks, looks like.
Yeah, Rule of Fire, anyone? If we don't find Fire Rod before Flippers?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be that way. I think Zelga's one of the ones who really did that. And speaking, yep, you called it out. There they are.
Well, it could be a hot minute before we see Zelga go there. Just a heart piece, rather, on Lumberjack Ledge. Speaking of, K45, same item. There's heart pieces everywhere, man. They're just everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, what is it, 48 heart pieces or something in the pool in this mode? It's some ridiculous number there. Like one thing when I was playing this mode is I always kind of tried not to use my one bottle with the potion unless I was absolutely about to die, because if I had a chest coming up, there was a decent chance I was going to get a heart piece and get a refill. Yeah,
for sure. So dig game for GFE looks like it is quite the number of digs today.
Building some sort of stairway there.
Yeah, now he's putting the base down to support the stairs for a heart piece. So, gonna be able to get off screen before the text box. That's always appreciated, I think, by every runner.
Oh yeah, it's nothing worse than you see that thing tick down to 0 and you're still like 4 steps away, and you're like, great, lose another 5 seconds here just slamming through this text box.
Right. So each of the runners kind of has like a piece of the puzzle for the Mire area, but the other is still missing the opposite. Zelga has that flute that we got from Pod, and with the mitts, GFE kind of doing this area, as getting Smith Chain as well. I like this because it's probably going to be a minute before we see Zelga get this handled. Just a bug net.
Looks like Zelga has decided that we're gonna go and save an old man up on Death Mountain here, because with that flute, he's opened up basically access to Paradox Cave and a whole bunch of other things up here, a Tower of Hera and such. Grab another crystal at least. Yeah,
absolutely. So there is a magic cape for GFE on the Smiths. That's both invincibility items, but what's important about that, if Bumper Cave is something, we're going to be able to get it. GFE going to forego Purple Chest for now. This is probably just to make sure we get the Village of Outcasts done, as well as Thieves Town, although Thieves is a pendant, so there is a high probability we see both of these runners maybe do front four and bail out.
That's kind of the standard play. I think with Zelga's route, he's going to have maybe a little bit more information. But, oop, there's a rod of something? I didn't quite catch that one.
Is the ice rod.
All right.
Yeah, that's got that little bit of a blue tint to it at the top, so yeah, ice rod is found.
Yeah, looking at GFE's screen, seeing just like the handle of it there, and not catching the color on it there. But yeah, that's a weight off of Zelga's mind for sure.
So both tablets are garbage. Desert, both items, not a value. So the book is just a huge red herring today as we get Quake in front of Thieves Town.
So that's one medallion found for GFE, one medallion found for Zelga. We don't know what we've got for either of these, and with no hookshot and no fire source, Zelga unfortunately doesn't look like he can do Tower of Hera at the moment, so we're gonna have to save that for a little bit later. So what do we got there?
GFE heading to the back.
Aggressive play here for sure.
Very, very smart though. I like this, that if you're worried about it, it is green pendant. You know, if you think you want to do it, you might as well just invest the time, hope something's here, and then you've got green pendant to turn in when you head to the pod area. Could be some time before we see Zelga do that. But $300 in Spiral Cave for Zelga. So we got Paradox coming up.
And kind of piggyback off of what you're saying here, like Thieves Town, it really doesn't take that long. You know,
yeah.
Like you go to the back there, yeah, you're sinking like 2 minutes or something here, but the reward, the possible reward on it is huge. But speaking of reward, Zelga picking up a tempered sword out of Paradox Cave here, so he's maxed out on his swords and mail right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice and comfy. $300 there in the attic for GFE. We found our fake half magic, just the small decanter on Zelga's side. There are our flippers. Dazed, what did I say about Rule of Fire? Zelga's one of the first people I heard start coining that term way back, and all pieces of the puzzle are available. Zelga just doesn't have those mitts yet.
Yeah. I kind of feel like once he hits Stumpy, that's probably going to be his next play. It's just he's gonna start hearing the voices in his head saying you should probably go over there. As gonna grab a ferry here, and where are we headed? I think this is a Spike Cave check over on Zelga's side as he checks his bottle.
Yeah, he's got a red goo. He's got what, 8 hearts, 6 hearts, 7 hearts? I can count. And the red goo plus the blue cane, so very doable here.
Just walk in, slap the blue cane on, and then start running as fast as you can. As we're not getting any notable items out of Thieves Town quite yet, but we still gonna go finish it over on GFE's side, and because that green pendant, like you said, that could swing a race.
Definitely
immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Spike Cave, nothing except a heart refill for Zelga, based off of the heart pieces. Meanwhile, GFE getting ready to take on Blind, going to be rewarded with the green pendant. And I think, as you said, was that all 4 items already?
To be honest, I wasn't counting.
We're about to find out together. Then it's going to be an exciting adventure.
1, 2, yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, either way, he took down. That's a picture perfect blind fight right there on GFE's side. So gonna get a compass. Script. So yeah.
Wait, do we have the 5-6 crystals?
We have the 5-6 crystals.
Absolutely amazing. This is gonna keep pushing Zelga away from his mitts.
That yeah, first I could have sworn he was heading immediately there, and then turns out, yeah, no, he's on his way. We'll go walk down here, take a quick look, find out the bomb somehow can swim.
I love that it can swim only on those platforms, but you know, you can't jump off the ledge.
I think it floats if there, but if you jump in, then the splash will like make it, you know, bob in the water just enough, and you'll wet the fuse, and it's complete. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm spending too much time thinking about it.
No idea how it works, but it does, and we're thankful. GFE gonna get us Bonk Rocks checks. All the fuse is lit.
He's okay. All right.
I've never been so scared.
Well, yeah, we're all right. We're all right there on Zelga. He's taking this time here to show you exactly what we can do with the bomb. GFE is going to be, I believe, first one over here to check King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge here. So we're going to get a little bit of new information from him.
Yeah, I kind of think with Zelka's route, it's going to be a little bit before he potentially gets to this. Just a piece of heart, though. I haven't been keeping count of heart pieces, obviously, but that's a lot so far. Hey, there's another heart container.
And it doesn't look like Zelga is going to go for that here. We'll grab another heart piece, and, oh, hey, what a shock. Another heart piece. All right. How about King's Tomb? Let's get something else out of there.
Daze, do you think this is a heart piece?
Yes. Dang.
Oh, well. We tried.
Catfish will be a heart piece, though. Catfish has my back here.
Always believe in catfish. Yeah, without Hook, we're not going west. We're just gonna go ahead and finish this route. I think this is good for Zelga, because he's gonna be able to bundle that entire Zora area all together. But yeah, the flipper showing up when they did for him, I think, is really good, just for the routing's sake.
Yeah, definitely, and this will grab him silvers there out of Waterfall Ferry once he mirrors on over. So. That'll be kind of nice. Now, we're going to, over on GFE side, we're going to go check out the front of Skull Woods here. That's a shovel.
All right, the heart piece is just being delayed for you, Dazed.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? That's what it is.
I'm sorry, I had to.
No. You're 100% right. As that's our fourth sword. As one of our items here out of this, and our second, and then there's item number 2 just in the front. That's a real quick find, real quick Skull Woods for GFE. Now, for him, I mean, he needs to get to pod. But
yeah, he definitely does, and Zelga needs mitts. Basically, I'm really feeling like something's in Mire area. There's a good chance that we're able to do Mire as well. But GFE gonna give us a ped check, and it's just a heart piece, so no ped today.
Yeah, it seems that way. It seems that way. Yeah, you want to call Mire, or you want to call Ice Palace here? What are we thinking?
It's hard to say. I'm really just kind of feeling something in that Mire area. Probably not super essential, but we've got that area. Checkerboard's part of that, so that plus ice, like you were mentioning. So there's quite a bit available. Plus, we can't pull out Dark Mountain. That is something that's going to be a long time before Zelga gets to. I think we see GFE do that before Zelga, so that could be some valuable info.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like that cape that GFE got there from the Smith's not going to be leading to anything as well. So I think we're headed up the mountain on GFE's side, kind of like you mentioned, because he's mirrored right by this. So no flute, but we can go this way. This way works just as well. So
yeah, absolutely. So Zelga gonna do front of Skullwoods 2. I guess this is probably gonna just be a key, based on what we saw on GFE's side.
Yeah, very likely here. It's either that or like compass or something. Sure enough, you're right. It's a key. So that'll make finding the 2 items in here. Now, unfortunately for Zelga, when he opens that first one there in kind of the pot prison there, he's just gonna see it turn into a nice green 20, since he's already got the 3 swords that he's allowed for this game.
Yeah, it's kind of the magic of Rando. It won't give you the butter sword when you want it in hard mode.
Yeah. And there's that lovely green 20s there. So Zelga now knows that is the that was his. Well, I don't know. Does he know? Yeah, he doesn't have a shield yet. So yeah, he knows that would have been his butter sword here if the game was playing fair.
I hope the game's playing fair.
I don't know if the game ever plays fair, honestly.
And sometimes it feels like it really doesn't. But
I mean, give us an ice rod today.
Yeah, I'm always like my eyebrow raises when we get an ice rod this early. It's just always like, what else do you have in store for us? But there's the $20 on Ether tablet for GFE.
I mean,
and GFE's, even after doing more checks, we're still fire source less. We've got Bombos, the superior fire source, but for some reason can't light torches. So without hook or a torch lighting fire source, we are unable to finish this dungeon.
Yep. And GFE is gonna go up here and grab his compass and mirror out there. I have to see though. I mean, with him having mitts up on the mountain here, he's gonna have access to Super Bunny Cave. He'll have access to the first chest of Hookshot Cave. Now, I know GFE's not much of a hoverer, so he's not gonna probably the first chest is all he's gonna be able to get. But he does have the just gross option of possibly going into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and that's something you really don't want to have to be presented with. But that could be the saving point of the race, like the making break point. But $300 there in Spiral for GFE. We'll see what he decides to do heading into the dark portion of the mountain.
He's about to get his tempered sword once he heads over there to Paradox, and along with his flippers and such. Zelga is now clearing out what GFE was doing earlier here in Village Valcasts here. So since we got a little bit of crossover here, make sure to go ahead and give these runners a follow if you could here, because you're watching the Elite 8 here, the quarterfinals of the 2022 Link to the Past randomizer tournament here. So this is about as high level as you can get. Pressure is on both of these guys here. They've gone through, I don't know, what did you say before there, Dante? 3 months of qualifiers and brackets and group stages.
And groups. It's a long process. It's always fun when you enter these tournaments, but it's definitely long. There's Flippers for GFE. We'll see what his next move is, because he now has that Ice Palace play available to him.
Man, it's a hard call if you're GFE right now, because you're gonna have everything you need to at least open up Turtle Rock. Likely, I mean, if it's Ether, then the game has made the decision for you, and you probably say thank you. It's gonna be a hard way to at least not go in and check like the compass chest and maybe chain chomps, and then you just pray you don't get 2 small keys, because once you're in, you're gonna continue.
Yeah, and Zelga gonna go to the back. I was just thinking about this. He has so little left that it would almost be foolish for him to not do this right now. So if Green Pendant ends up being a full bust for GFE, like, this is time back in his pocket. So this is good for GFE, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree here. As GFE unfortunately picked up the pot, so he's gonna have to reset this room real quick here. But yeah, for Zelga, he's got what? He's got like a Cave 45 and Dig Game and Stumpy as his possible progression outside of this. So, I mean, coming here, was a no-brainer. Now, unfortunately, we know. Turns out that his progression was in there, and it is Quake for Turtle Rock entry. So yeah,
both runners have it.
Yep, GFE is gonna at the least open it.
What you want here is either you want the game to force you out of the dungeon immediately, or like if it's going to lead you on a breadcrumb trail inside Turtle Rock, you want it to have payout. Like you want all or nothing. When you get that somewhere in between thing, it always feels terrible.
Yeah, you come in here and get the mushroom. You start just basically saying all the bad words that you know. Now, if you come in here and get Fire Rod, then
you're a gamer.
Yeah, you just basically start jumping up and screaming. Well, not actually, because you're probably trying to hold a controller at the moment, but
that would potentially be. I saw GFE practicing Moldorm bounce as we see a small key, so we're going to continue. And I know Zelga knows how to Moldorm bounce. So if we get a Fire Rod, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that would be go mode for both of these guys if they're comfortable with the bounce.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's actually comfortable with the bounce, but yeah, I mean, you're definitely right though. Like it's when you're at this level, I don't know if you have a choice if you're comfortable or not. You just kind of have to do it. And God, this TR is awful for GFE. So we're gonna have the big key chest here, and he's gonna have the possibility of Mimic Cave. Now, if the big key is vanilla, we can basically go all the way to Laser Bridge.
Yeah, we could. It depends on, I think, the small key too.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's a chance that I guess it's likely we could go all the way to Laser Bridge is probably what I should say here. So, all right, Zelga taking down Blind, gets his green pendant. Lava Chest has 20 rupees, so GFE is done with this part of the dungeon here. So, I mean, altogether, it's not a huge time loss by any means here, because you kind of have to usually do this part of Turtle Rock anyway, but
yeah, and I like what GFE's doing here. He's remembering Mimic Cave. I've seen several people unfortunately forget, like they make this play and then they forget that Mimic Cave exists. But you commit this much, you kind of have to go to the wall with it at 100% and make sure you don't forget this.
Yeah, no, I mean this is kind of the last saving grace for this area. For this, we'll find out real quick. He's in to Mimic Cave right now. Gotta take down these 4 little guys real quick, and we're gonna find out that Mimic Cave has 20 rupees. So no hook shot, no fire rod, nothing there. So GFE now knows that, though, at least. And Zelga might consider it at some point, depending on what he gets. He's about to get his mitts, finally.
And, last locating your mitts here really doesn't feel so great. Obviously, Zelga doesn't know where his opponent is. So, not the best feeling, but at least, hey, we're going to finally get to see what our shovel has for us. You ready for that piece of heart?
Ready for the piece of heart.
Damn!
Man, it's always 10 arrows.
We should just say it's 10 arrows next time instead.
I gotta get better at this here. This is what happens when we get too many Europeans doing this here, and I can't comment any of these races anymore. All right, GFE gonna grab his heart piece here out of Spike Cave. We're gonna get a quick there, and that was a hard reset over on GFE's side.
It was. Yeah, I like that play a lot, because he's gonna, he just saved and quit and started at the mountain, so he's getting all of his magic back that he had. So it's really kind of a heads up play just to go ahead and get rid of it, because it's basically a save and quit but better.
Right. And yep, here we go. It looks like we're gonna be testing out Rule of Fire over here on both screens?
Oh, baby. Convergence. Inside
we
of
are.
Ice Palace. Let's go.
All right, whose Ice Palace is better here? We're gonna have a difference of, what are we talking? Maybe like 5-10 seconds here.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to get really specific, we could check it room for room here. 17-second mark there going for Zelga, and 22. So 5-second difference just through the first room. I'm not going to do literally every one, but that's kind of what we're dealing with.
You think I can actually get you to do everyone? It could be entertaining.
It could be. I don't think it will.
Okay, so we're gonna get our first chest here out of the, I don't know, is that compass room or map room or whatever, first Pengator room here, and that's a small key. So gonna see here now, is Zelga gonna go out to hit the switch, or he's gonna continue straight on? Okay, so we're gonna
continuing.
This is we're going for the full clear, it looks like, and GFE doing the same exact thing. Okay, quick icebreaker there from Zelga. First item of Ice Palace, just going to be 20 rupees. And on we go down to the H room here.
H room just has a map. Still some goodies to be had, though. Like heart pieces in arrows, or big keys.
Okay, so if we land both of our items here out of a freezer room and the big chest, then we can go ahead and skip iced tea, which is kind of what you hope for.
Yeah, so you would hope to be able to do that. Not always the case, but definitely. Yeah, it looks like we're probably not going to be able to do that today.
And Zelga and GFE both remembering, I don't actually have the hook shot, so I need to go and blow open this hole here. And it looks like Iced Tea and Cold Stare have our items today, so we're not going to get to skip a single thing in here.
I mean, this could, honestly come up empty. And we still have Mire area available. Right now that's only available to Zelga. But I think, after this, even if Fire Rod shows up, if you're GFE, you've got to go to Pod, just because there's not much else besides Hera that you could do with the Fire Source. We've already seen both items in Skull Woods. Yeah,
you don't want to do that, and GFE knows that that our pedestal is dead, so it's not like any reason to go back to Skull Woods ever. So. But gonna go on to Cold Stare real quick here, and it looks like Zelga maybe has gained, I don't know, 2-3 seconds here in this. Those berries not wanting to let GFE just dash straight through the room there, so we had to hold up for a second.
Yeah, we're gonna have just enough magic to get us through this. Well, I take that back. Just enough magic on GFE's side.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine here. All right, so we're going to use the bombos to break open the shell, and we'll get to see exactly how we are going to handle this here. Kind of maybe go for the... Are we going to go NMG? Are we going to go for the 5 sword slash methods? Or are we going to completely whiff and have a puff party?
Sometimes it be like that.
All right, Zelga got to be careful here. Yeah, we're down to 3 hearts. GFE's already done here. Zelga gonna pop his potion there. GFE having a much cleaner fight. Zelga is having a moment today.
Yeah, when Cold Stare goes off the rails, it's very hard to get it back on. But as we see a little bit of frustration twirls from Zelga, getting it done. Both of them getting it done. That is crystal number 2 for GFE and number 3 for Zelga.
Yeah, and GFE is just gonna make his way. It looks like it is time to go check a green pendant and pod here real fast. Now I think for Zelga we're gonna pull out a flute, probably flute to 6. Go check out the Mire area. So if it turns out that Fire Rod's sitting here over on Sasharala, I think GFE is gonna be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he's going to be in a good spot, I think. If that shows up, we will see. I totally missed what that was on Zelga's side. It's Bombos. All right, so we've got our Mire entry.
All right, but what about our Mire shed here? We got 2 items just sitting here on the outside, and it's Heart Piece and 10 arrows, which seems to be the theme of the day. And gonna give back a little bit of time, it looks like, on Zelga's side to GFE as we're going into desert here, and we already know.
I'm a little surprised we're going into desert.
I'm as well. Yeah, I'm as well, because you've got full clearable Mire right next to you there, and I mean, I guess you're hoping that you pull Fire Rod, and then you go mode Mire, right? But I don't know.
This might be... There is a non-zero chance, and Zelga knows this, that your opponent may have came here before going to Eastern, just because of the book. So, like, being so early. So, maybe this is kind of covering your bases type thing. Maybe a question we can ask Zelga in the post-race interview, like, you know, what that line of thinking was.
I'll go ahead and write that down here so I don't forget by that time here.
I'm glad someone's taking notes.
Got to try to make these interviews actually like worthwhile for everybody, right?
That's right. Doing our best.
All right, so GFE gonna get his flute as soon as he drops down into that Stalfo's basement there. As Zelga picks his second item there. Now now Zelga's never checked pedestal, so he doesn't necessarily know that there's nothing there. But even then, I mean, I'm trying to imagine a world where he would decide that
if he
going
does,
and beating Landmo is the right play.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he does that now, I'm literally going to get out the notepad and start writing a bunch of reasons why he shouldn't have done that. We're not doing... I'm surprised. He just gave up the portal? Are we not doing Mire?
He's going to flute back to 6, I imagine, I guess.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense. We don't have a lamp.
Oh, yeah.
Is it purple chest days? GFE didn't do purple chest.
Oh man. I'm trying to think of a way here where
where's this logic? So okay, we're turning in green pendant, but what's Zelga gonna do after that? It's got to be Smith Chain unless this is like a fire source. And given that they want a fire rod, this is probably gonna be the lamp.
Wait, GFE didn't check?
No.
This?
It's $300.
It doesn't matter anyway.
I'm sure neither one of them are going to be feeling great at this point.
I mean, I think you still have to go into Mire here. Like, yeah, he's going right back. Okay, yeah, this makes so much more sense now. Okay. Why you would do the other stuff there first there. Okay, now GFE, I mean, honestly, this is pretty decent turtle room, all things considered, on his side there. He gets them all down.
Yeah, nicely done.
I mean, I'm half expecting to see some sort of fire source here up front in Mire. There's only 2 items in here, so if it's not in here, then purple chest, I guess.
Purple chest, yeah. It's either a logical double dip of pod, or purple chest. So I guess we'll find out here shortly.
All right. Well, GFE has taken down Helmosaur, so we're tied up on crystals right now. Now GFE's got a little bit more knowledge than Zelga's, and GFE now knows that that Death Mountain area is kind of busted right now. There's nothing in Super Bunny Cave. There's nothing in... Oh, God, that's a powder.
That's definitely not what you want to find inside a Fireless Mire, a fetch quest. But that's what we have today.
Yep.
The music from Ace Attorney is so fitting, given what's happening right now for these guys.
Just a lot of confusion and trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah, no, this works.
Yelling objection at the items that pop out of the chest too.
Oh man, hold on. I gotta go check something really fast.
All right, please. Let's make sure Zelga. All right, Zelga remembers. I don't have fire. We're not going left. We're gonna stay here in the middle and go right.
Okay. So, our chest there in the middle, that is just a small key as well. So, we are possibly locked out of this. We got one check left we could do in Misery Mire right now. We're on our way there. We've already got the mirror out because Zelga's not feeling it, and it's just a small
all
key.
Keys?
We're locked out there.
I guess you got to go do Purple Chest or Smith Chain.
Yeah, I mean, for Zelga, like that's his call. Now if it's powder, it's huge. If it's Purple Chest, GFE is right there with him because GFE's already done the first two steps, right? He's already done basically Smith and Hammer Pegs. I mean, not a huge difference by any means, but wow, fire sources today, just crushing our poor runners.
Fire sources are one of those things where you just keep playing and say, one will show up, and then now we're here.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy here. So GFE's coming back into Kakariko right now. He's gonna have to activate his flute, and I kind of feel like all right, I'm saying this. I don't know if I actually believe it, but like you are as close to the purple chest as you are going to get.
Yeah, it's a hard sell for one, but
it is.
It's easy. Like I think it's a really easy call from our vantage point,
right?
Obviously, but I think GFE is going to be heading to Mire first. Yeah, the Mire area. We may see him not do the dungeon though, but there's Cape for Zelga on Smith Chain.
Dante, I just realized something that we've overlooked.
I saw something in chat, and I just refused to admit that it exists.
I just saw the same thing you saw, and it's just going like, oh yeah, right, that water
Pendant Swamp is not a thing.
Place.
Never
right.
is.
All right, so powder. What is powder gonna be? Powder is gonna be
not 10 this time, just 1. 1/10 of the fun.
Well, screw you two, game.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Man, all right. So purple chest. I'm entertained at this point here. It is not purple chest. GFE's making the play. I think we are into Dark World right here. Is this Big Bomb? This might be Big Bomb.
Yeah, this is Big Bomb. This makes sense. Man, both of these poor guys, I think, are gonna last locate whatever's in Swamp.
I'm trying to think how any way that you don't last locate this seed, unfortunately. Like, there's times where you get mad about last locating. This one, you just kind of go, yeah, okay, my opponent did the exact same thing, because if he didn't, he's a crazy person.
If this was a qualifier, somebody'd be done. They'd already gone into the Swamp, but top 8,
that's true.
It's a little different.
Right, top 8. You're not going to be making the completely wild play here. You're going to play one of these things relatively, normally here. Now Zelga is he's on top of the mountain, so he's going to get to do every super fun thing that we saw GFE do not too long ago here. So he'll probably end up in Mimic Cave soon enough.
That's good for GFE. That's going to give him a good chunk of time back.
Man, when we finally get to the to Swamp Palace here, because I mean I think it's got to be the answer here. We're gonna really get to see exactly where these runners are, as far as like where the race is, because they've taken very different paths through this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So Zelga.
It's tough.
Okay, now here's one thing. I know GFE can't hover. I know Zelga is very inconsistent with it.
He gets he says on his streams like one a year. So
I have seen him do it.
Yeah, I've seen the one for this year, as far as I'm concerned. So no offense to Zelga, but I'm gonna be pogging real hard if he gets a second one this year. Okay.
Yeah,
he tried. I respect the attempt.
That felt like the what am I trying to say here? The qualifier pressure hover right there. Like if you're not 100%, set with being able to hover there, your hover's gonna look very much like mine.
All right, so where is GFE going? I guess this is purple chest.
Yeah, this is purple chest. Are we gonna go purple chest to swamp though? I mean, if he does purple chest, I
think it'll be an indicator on if he mirrors to flute down to 7. If he runs it down, then I think we're going into swamp, and that is good news for GFE at this point.
Man, yeah. I mean, because Zelga's he's making his way through Turtle Rock, so time is ticking here for GFE, because if he goes into Mire, we know that there's just nothing there, and he's not mirroring.
All right,
he's not dashing either.
This is huge. This is huge.
Well, he's just
potentially.
He's just walking.
Yeah, I'm wondering why we're not dashing. Unless he's gonna mirror. Is he gonna mirror for something along the way? I think we've done everything.
He's done everything, yeah. I think he just realized it there. I mean, I guess there's not a huge time to be saved right going through there, but I mean, well, either way, we're here now. I mean, Zelga is getting his fat lot of nothing here. We're gonna get our boomerang there for GFE, and we're back into the dark world. We must be going into swamp here. How much do you want to bet it's just going to be the very first chest in swamp?
Man,
that's all you had to do.
If that's the case, then it's going to be feels bad probably for both of these guys until they see the race room conclusion.
I mean, I think for Zelga, this is all he has left after he completes this, so he should be here almost immediately.
And like the only difference I think is that at this stage, GFE's done everything else too except the Mire dip.
I mean, like GFE did see, did Zelga get to King's Tomb? I can't remember.
Yes,
I want to say
yes.
Did. Yeah, okay.
He did that full North Dark World sweep with the mirror before he had mitts.
Right. Okay, yeah. So well, we're gonna find out real quick here. Yeah, Zelga gets the news. Congratulations, your thing's not there. Oh, you stupid game. You stupid game.
He is out. He is bailed out. He's
bailing?
Leaving. He's bailing. We're going to Hookshot Cave. I guarantee you this is a Hookshot Cave play.
I don't know about that.
This is... Alright, this is about to be, I think, the race decider.
Yeah, that's a hard one right there. Man. Oh.
This is ooh.
I got nothing. I got nothing I can add to this besides like random grunting and like.
Write down on that notepad for this interview. Was that your plan all along? If Hook was in here, you're bailing.
All right,
and betting on Hookshot K.
GFE, what the heck? Gotcha. All right.
I mean, I really like it because, like, if this works out, I mean, he's in the driver's seat.
Oh
you know?
Yeah. I mean, if it's here, I mean, like if he lands Fire Rod here, congratulations, the seat is pretty much over. You know, he can come up here. You know what? I'm seeing chat bring up a decent point. He can also do Hera. I mean, but here we go.
There's enough.
All right.
There's enough items.
1-0.
Right. Heart piece. Fire Rod. Oh my God.
God, what's here? No, don't save and quit. What are you doing? Go finish TR, bud. Wow.
I am beside myself.
Yeah, so at 1 hour and 8 minutes, GFE is, I guess, in go mode here. God, that gamble. I mean, fantastic, you know, gamble for GFE. I mean, probably if you wanted to go, you know, this is Rando in a nutshell, because like both you and I have played this game very much. I mean, you won the last tournament, and both of us kind of went, ooh, when he left Swamp, we both had that, oh dear God, sort of what are you doing mode. Feeling. I mean,
see, that's the thing. When you make a brash play and it works, then like you're on top of the world. You know, sometimes you have to take those gambles.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's working out for him. So I mean, he's in the driver's seat, and, you know, poised to potentially take, you know, a 1-0 lead in this best of 3.
I mean, and here's the thing: it's not like Zelga's dead by any means. Like for Zelga, don't do left side right now. I mean, I don't know how you don't do left side, but don't do left side is what Zelga kind of needs to do. Like Zelga's cleared a bit of Mire. He knows where the big key is. He knows the big key's locked on the left side right now. He's losing time right now. I don't know if he's lost so much time that he's not within like GT routing still. I mean,
yeah,
we've got a race here. It's basically what I'm saying is we've got a race. GFE definitely has the advantage with the ability to go ahead and go mode things from this point on.
Though I will say, if this is like if he doesn't get the big key in this top chest, then that's going to help Zelga a little to get him back in it. But if Zelga goes back in, you know, it's pretty much set. All right, so this is Compass. Is he going to go south or is he going to head out? He is heading out, so this is going to be somewhat beneficial.
Yeah.
I still think GFE is hardcore in the driver's seat right now, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like at this point, something has to happen for to GFE for things to kind of go this, and especially now that Zelga's going in, because unfortunately going over to left side swamp in this way, it's we're talking it's full 2 minutes. Like there's just no way to make it fast, and now GFE knows where the big key is. He's gonna make his way over there. He's leaving a bomb to show his appreciation for where the big key is. Alright, well. Alright, Zelga's making his way over there. GFE going up to light the torches up here in Mire. Gonna have a whole long shaky screen sequence where you have to trust us. The game says that there is a wall moving in the other room.
You can tell by the shake. The earth is moving.
I trying to figure out how that would work with like building requirements and stuff in a Mire, but I mean, you know, video, video game logic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, perfect. So there is the big key for GFE. Gonna head on to the back. Should be a pretty straightforward Vidi fight with silver arrows. Another thing to keep an eye on, it is dark rooms, but hey, it's top 8. These guys should be fine.
Well, you say that, and then GFE takes a face full of anti-fairy there.
Look, powdering those things is the hardest thing in the game. So.
It's surprisingly difficult at times. Yeah, no, I'm teasing him, but yeah, no. I mean, GFE is a great dude. He, you know, I've raced him many times, and yeah, both of these guys are extremely quality individuals. Very, very nice here, and to be honest, like I'd say like 99% of the people in this scene are really good. So if you're ever interested in, you know, learning to play rando, there's all sorts of great resources around here. Make sure to, you know, join the Discord, join the tournament. You know, it's just fun.
Join everything.
It's just fun.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
So lamp in, what are we saying on here? Lamp, you want to say lamp on the fire bar rooms, not the fire, you know, the roller rooms in a TR, or you want to say crystal roller? What are you thinking here?
I have no idea at this point. My brain's broke. It's been broke for the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Lamp and Hera, yeah, I'm seeing Lamp and Hera. That would work too here, because we've only got one fire source. I guess it could have been that second chest here in that last chest in Hookshot Cave, if we wanted to just be, you know, completely silly.
Absolutely. All right, so Vidi fight for GFE going crazy. Those silver arrows taking him down, getting a nice 0 cycle of lightning and the 2 in the big eye. Nicely done. Got to do some dungeon cleanup. You know, we hit go mode, but we really didn't have a whole lot of dungeons done.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just fire locks so much in this game. All right, Zelga gets it. He kind of autopilots to, oh, I got to check this. Wait, no, I don't.
He thought about it, and then he said,
yeah.
no, I'm out.
Well, he's on his way to Turtle Rock right now. Now, GFE went ahead and he's got Mire done. He's on 4 crystals. He's still got to finish up Hera, Skull Woods, and then make his way back to TR. We're going to TR first? Did GFE miscount his crystals?
Oh, no. I hope not. Well, this could be a thing. I don't think it's enough of a thing. I think he's still going to be okay.
This could be one of those things where you do this and you get all the way up here, and then about like halfway up here, you'll realize that oh wait, I have made a mistake, and Zelga, that's very close to that cape. To getting yourself locked through in that cape. Well, hopefully he realizes it and he just was like, well, I'm already up here, I guess I'm gonna do this first.
So we're gonna have a little bit of a party together in Turtle Rock. Second visit.
This has been such a wild scene. Oh, man. Figured the first time that we actually get to calm together, something like this happens together.
I mean, I knew it would be fun, to say the least.
Alright, well, into the pokey room here. Zelga grabbing that thing here. Since we've already checked lava chest for a fat lot of nothing, we're gonna have to run around and do it the long way. And I'm still kind of waiting for this lamp to show up. I feel like it's gonna show up here, like in Crystal Roller Room, just because that seems to be the seed's just one of its favorite places to put it here.
Yeah, it always feels weird when it shows up there too, but it's not too. It's logical, so it's okay.
Yep. It's one of those really awful things there that this game likes to do. It didn't do it today though, because that's just a piece of heart. So
I guess it's in Hera.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. All right, so we're riding some platforms in the dark right here. This is, as far as dark rooms go in the game here, this is actually probably surprisingly one of the easiest ones because you just have to learn what direction to hold at the right time, and it looks like, oh my god, that's so hard, but then, you know, you actually learn it and you go, well, that's surprisingly easy.
Definitely easier, especially when you can tank a few hits. You know, if you're worried about dying, it's not as easy as it looks.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, everything comes with a qualifier of, if you have low health, do not attempt this.
All right, so the second key on Laser Bridge is going to have that small key. Zelga knows that's all I need, and he is off to try next. GFE in hot pursuit, though, with more crystals.
The big question comes is, what does GFE know about his crystal count right now? Like, if we... Like, he's gonna go to Hera after this because you're already up here. I mean, you're gonna go to Hera now. Zelda is...
I don't think a mountain climb is going to be enough to bring Zelga back into this, if I'm being honest. You know, I'm not saying the race is over by any stretch. I think it lumps it back closer to what you were saying about GT routing potential. So it's just something to keep an eye on. But Zelga taking down Trinex, this is going to be crystal number 4 for Zelga.
But yeah, it's kind of like what we were saying, you know, like, so yeah, like GFE's definitely got the advantage here, but he needs to kind of make mistakes for Zelga to kind of get back into this right now. I don't know. We'll see here pretty quick.
Zelga going to Mire from TR. I think this is a smart play. Keeps you from having to do multiple screens over. But headed to Mire, so gonna have to head left side, get that big key, and then do the ball. So we'll have an idea, maybe a little bit of where we're at once we go to Skull Woods and on GFE side and come back.
All right, both heads down on Trinex. They're gonna end up getting gonna try to take another bite out of GFE. They're not gonna be successful. And down goes Trinex there for GFE, so that's gonna be crystal number 5 for him.
Inching ever so closer to 7 crystals.
Zelga not wasting time doing going after the key from that berry in the room there. Pretty sure he already got it anyway. And he now knows where the big key is, so that's the thing. I mean, this is kind of one of the big points for Zelga here, is Mire's slow. It
definitely
slow.
is.
Like, going through it, Alright, so GFE going to Mire in front. Alright, so
it's going to be a blink and you miss it, Hera, most likely. We're going to get a nice quick Hera pot, and then Moldorm's going to be hopefully a piece of cake, given that we have Tempered Sword.
Alright. Successfully did not soft lock himself inside that pot there on that Hera pot. I mean, in this sort of, like, you know, top 8 mode right there, you always kind of gotta, you know, how are your hands feeling? How's your nerves feeling there? You know, like one slight move the wrong way there, and all of a sudden you've locked yourself in the pot and you feel very bad. All right, so he takes that down.
I can't imagine GFE feeling too terrible, given that he bailed out a swamp when he did.
True.
And he may have just remembered those sword slashes. That might be the Skull Woods remembrance moment.
I kind of was thinking the same thing. There's that moment of, wait, how many crystals do I have? Ah, dang it. Yep.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the flute.
That was the I did this in the wrong order slashes.
All right, now I take back what I said. Maybe he's not feeling so great now, but I still think he's got nothing to worry about. All right, so we're going to go fight Mothula. Very fun boss, especially with the spikes. Good times. And we're going to fight Vidi at the same time over on Zelga's side. Silver Arrows should be a blast.
Oh, I mean, what's the difference between these two right now, really? Like, we're talking a dash to Mothula and a Hera pot on Zelga's side, I think.
It's close.
It's close.
There's very little in GT that is going to, I think, swing this. The only scenario I can see GT routing really playing in like a huge role would be like, say, if someone went right and didn't get a key and then did full left, but then someone like did DM strats instead, then that maybe is Zelga's out. But at this point, I don't really see GT routing playing too much of a factor. I don't know, GFE, depending how he feels, we might see him do might see him do tile roof first. I don't know.
Oh man, that's that would be a play right there. I mean, okay, so here we go. We're into the Moth fight on GFE's side. Tempered Sword, hopefully Moth plays nice. Yeah, that's pretty nice there. That's pretty nice. All right, takes him down. He's going to get his big key to something he doesn't care about. More importantly, he's going to be 7th Crystal here for GFE. Now, Zelga on his heels right now, about to enter Skullwoods. I'm seeing a whole bunch of numbers in chat for some reason. I have no idea what's going on there.
All right, save and quit. Unfortunately, that portal was not preserved. Wouldn't have been really beneficial to do so, given that we'd had to take a death, but finally heading to GT.
All right, on the way up there is GFE right now. There is a little channel points prediction in there. Go ahead and get your guesses in. Win yourself a couple of internet points there for SpeedGaming. There, maybe unlock an emote or something if you want. There, go ahead and predict where you think the Ganon Tower big key is going to be. As Zelga gets his 6th crystal, he's got to get his way up to Tower of Hera right now. Do hopefully a pretty quick Hera pot here and get us in there. I mean, if you're GFE right now, if you think you're ahead, what do you think? You think you got to go left, right, left on this? You're kind of like the Dark Magician route, or are you gonna stick with what you want? Stick with your normal.
Yeah, stick. Like in a situation like this, I think you just stick to whatever you've been doing. The moment, in my experience, and it's not always this way for other folks, but the moment you change up your GT routing just because, then that's when it goes awry, I think.
Well, we're going to find out in just a minute here. So he's got 7 crystals. He's breaking open the tower right now. Zelga is going to have to come in through Super Bunny Cave there, Mire in front. So we're going to get to see exactly what the time difference is here. It's kind of looking like it's going to be 2-ish minutes between the two, likely, something like that. But we'll see what GFE does, because he's into GT.
And he is headed left first, so... kind of covering all his bases here.
Yeah, there's this route. If you're ahead, this route kind of, you lose the least amount of time doing this route.
Yeah,
possible.
This
covers
this covers your butt. Like I think Zelga needed, this. GFE to not do this, like do the whole right, full left, and then the key be right side. The fact that GFE is doing this, I think, is actually going to kind of seal the deal for him.
I mean, if Zelga ends up with... okay, so there's a small key here. I mean, so there's some time possibly to be saved. Depending on where this key... Oh, wow, that's a fast Terrapot. I mean, dang. Yeah, man, I guess we're gonna continue on to Compass Room over on GFE's side here.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes any further. I would assume no.
All right, Gibdo's giving him a little bit of trouble here. Moldorm giving him Zelga absolutely no problem. All right, we've already got the
There it is.
The big key's on the right side.
So just an execution game here. One thing to note, GFE has very little magic. There is a place for him to get some magic on, well, here too, I guess. But there is a full in that refill room he can get if he needs it. But I think he should be fine now.
All right, pulls the Mimics over here for Mimics 1, and you know what? Or they're just gonna drop him a full magic container. He's not even gonna have to think about it. Either one works, I suppose. All right. So what is Zelga gonna do here? Is he going Hope Room? He is gonna go Hope Room. This is probably gonna get him a little bit of time back here. GFE still with probably, you know, around a 2-minute lead here, but it was bigger. It's going to be a little bit smaller now.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of time to be gained. Not sure if it's going to be enough. It's still going to have to be, as long as GFE stays on his game and executes well, you know, through this gauntlet, the rest of the tower, you know, hopefully everything with Moldorm goes cool too. Should be his race.
I mean,
oh, well, I guess we also have to worry about Ganon. You know, that's a thing too. No one's ever died to Ganon.
No, there's never been an unfortunate fall or anything else that's happened in one of these races here.
Never.
Never. I mean, GFE's definitely skilled enough to do it, even though this one Stalfos is just being a jerk.
This room sucks. I'm telling you, it just sucks. Dude, if the fire rod shot doesn't work, it's like, what do I do? It's the only thing I know.
See, like, so the GFE, he has a green pot, doesn't he? I want to say that's what he's got in his bottle right now. So I mean,
he may have a red as well. I know Zelga picked up a red somewhere, so GFE probably got that too, given that they basically full cleared.
Well, we only got one bottle in this mode, so when Zelga used it, I don't think we got...
Zelga probably got his from, what do you call that place? Pyramid Fairy. That might have been where he got his.
Yeah, because I never saw him buy one, so I mean... Oh, got the Cannonball Dash even as well.
Yo, let's go. Gamer strats.
All right, GFE though, getting through Torches 1 here. On his way to Torches 2. Still got considerable amounts of heart. He's going to have powder, so he'll be going into his Moldorm and his Aga fights there with nothing. Just enough magic. No need for any of the chests up here. They cannot help him. He's got silver arrows. He's got his max sword. Nothing else. Zelga being a bit faster through the gauntlet, making up a little bit of time. A nice fake powder there from GFE to pick up to max out his health.
Yeah, very smart play there, I think.
Oof.
Ooh. Luckily bouncing the correct way. Gonna be able to get Moldorm down. Very nicely done.
Yeah, GFE still with the lead here, still with the advantage. Zelga making a quick beeline up through this gauntlet, through this tower here into the Wizrobes rooms. But GFE onto Aga 2 here, so depending on the patterns here, this can be very quick or it can be absolutely miserable. Let's see what Aga likes to give us today.
Ooh, this is kind of a...
That's sketchy.
All right, we got one. That's, you know.
Oh, that was an
All
interesting
right.
double. Okay. Wow. I'm impressed with this kind of I wouldn't even have thought about setting up like that on GFE's side there, but getting those two doubles there in the middle were very nicely done. So I get 2 down on his side. Zelga trying to get some health back there with the fake powder as well. But GFE is on to fight Ganon here as... Oh man, quick Moldorm 2 from Zelga as well.
All right, so dropping into Ganon, you guys know how this works. 4 phases, 12 slashes, 6 spins for each one. Looks like we have finished up with phase 1. We are into phase 2. GFE gonna break out the cape as a just in case.
Honestly, I just start slamming that button if I'm him, but he's gonna lose all of his magic here. He's gonna have to burn his pot. He's already got it out. Yeah, makes sense there. You don't want to have things go awry there. Having a little bit more trouble with the Aga 2 fight over on Zelga's side here. Yeah, he gained at least an additional cycle here. Takes him down there, but Ganon is into phase 4. We've got silver arrows out on GFE's side. There's one into the wall.
Sometimes
might
that
be able to
works.
get a triple.
No, I think he's a little too high, but this is going to be shot number 4. Ganon's exploding, and GFE's got that sword up in the air, and that is all we need to get that bridge to spawn. So get your GGs in chat for GFE. Going to be taking game 1 of this top 8 best of 3 series with an official race time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Man, great run there from GFE. Man, that call there to go do Hookshot Cave was just everything that he needed. Like,
given the little bit, like, the call actually was what bailed him out from the mistake, I think, of Skull Woods with the extra mountain climb, because if he doesn't make that Skull Woods mistake, I don't think this race is as close as it is right now. So it worked out. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, I guess we'll have to talk to him and see what his line of thinking is. I could speculate, but we'll get him in here hopefully in just a minute.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, he did everything that he needed to do. That's really what it comes down to, because you know, he's taken game 1 of this best of 3 set here, as Zelga went ahead and he's taken down Ganon as well. So we'll probably be talking to both of these guys here in just a minute. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what our first question to GFE is. It's just
let's ask him why he went to desert before Eastern.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Zelga going ahead. He's crossed the line there with the time of 1:35.56. Make sure you get your GGs in there. Where this is gonna be a ton of fun, and we got another one of these between these two runners at the same time tomorrow. And we are now joined in chat by our winner today, and by our second place finisher today. They're GFE and Zelga. They're GGs to you both.
Jeez.
Yo, GG's.
Oh man, what a race!
All right, so we have
run?
notes. Yeah.
I guess, okay, Dante made me write down some questions. Hold on.
I made him do it.
All right. GFE, I'll give you first. So you get the hook shot at a swamp. You bail and you go to Hookshot Cave. Like, what why?
I had 3 in Hookshot Cave, and I had potentially 2 items in Hera. So I'm like, it's 5 versus 5. I'm gonna assume lamps in swamp, which by the way learned from Zelga Lamp is either the last ghost in Hookshot Cave or in the middle of Hera. So, yeah, great game. But yeah, just kind of that. I was feeling behind most of the seed. Like, I honestly should have dipped Swamp earlier, the way I was feeling. But, I mean, Hookless Swamp is always a bad play, right? So the only thing I think I had left was dipping Fireless Mire, which probably would have been the better play, but like I said, I was feeling behind. Things weren't going well from even before Dark World Access. So I knew I needed a seed like this to get back at it. I will apologize to chat and to you guys for not giving you the full satisfaction of seeing me stand in front of GT.
Oh. I'm glad you realized it. Because when you got up the mountain, I was kind of like, oh no. Well, I didn't think. Obviously, it wasn't. I didn't think it would be enough, given the situation. But definitely made things very interesting down the stretch for sure. When did you? I guess did you realize at Hera or did you know before Hera?
I realized either. I think during the Moldorm fight. I think is when I realized. Which
we saw some slashes. We weren't sure if they were frustration right after Moldorm. So
those were left a crystal in the lower world. Yeah, feels bad, but at the same time, any runner who's been at this for any time, if they say they haven't done that, then they're a liar, or just really on top of the game. It's easier than you think, especially in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I got a question here for Zelga now. So when you were kind of on your way trying to figure out what your next progression is, you went down to the Mire area there, and you went to desert before you went into Mire. There was that just fishing for a fire source?
Yeah, I mean, fireless Mire is risky because the big key can just easily be locked behind fire, which it was. So I figured if I'm already mirroring to check the ledge, I might as well go into desert and see what's there.
Yeah, we were, the fire sources evaded both of you for so long in this one. Dazed and I were just dazed and confused. He was still dazed. I was the confused person, but we were thinking, why is Zelga going into desert first? But that would, the fire source totally explains it. I do want to ask Zelga, like, low key, can you teach me how to do Dark Turtles as god tier as you did in this seed? Because you made that look like the lights were on.
Well, thanks. It takes a little bit of RNG from the turtles, but honestly, the answer is everyone needs to play more spoiler logs.
I guess that's true.
I mean, screw lamps if you don't have to have them. Which, I mean, this was a race. I really wish I would have had a fire source a lot earlier, but I mean, you can't. Again, you just gotta do what the game gives you, and this felt like go do Dark Turtles, and I'm very glad I did the back instead of going straight to Dark Turtles because I thought about it with that big key on right side, but I was like, I'm low on equipment, I don't have fire, so the Master Sword made it a lot easier.
So I have to ask, did you go straight out of Eastern to Pod?
I did Hype Cave up to Pod, so I had boots for it.
Like, I'll be honest, I was considering that, or like doing what you said, going Hype Cave first and then going to Pod, but Fighter Sword, 6 Heart, Greenell, Dark Turtles, for me, like, I don't do spoiler. Like, I know that I could do that, but if I get a little bad RNG, I was afraid I'd just lose time getting wrecked in that room, and it wasn't worth it. And so kind of as a result of that, it ended up with me putting off Pod as long as possible, except for the Swamp Pit. Like, that and Purple Chest were the only two things I think I had left. No, had Pyramid and Catfish, because I was gonna combo that with Big Bone, but like it made me put off Pod longer. Pause. I made that decision because it's just annoying to run back over there.
I mean,
yeah, it's definitely the case.
Yeah,
go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I was just saying that kind of makes sense why you took a left out of Hype Cave instead of taking a right there. Because yeah, you're right. Doing Dark Turtles with 6 hearts and green mail is just not a whole lot of fun there. But you ended up getting mitts, which kind of led you through the area there. Now you did kind of go into Thieves Town a bit aggressively there. Any particular reason why you were just like you decided to go ahead and complete it at that point?
I'm trying to think of my mindset at the time. I mean, part of my mindset is,
Get
I'm
get
facing
item.
Zelda, you know,
Right
so
on.
there's that. But if it had been a normal pendant instead of green pendant, so if it was 2 items instead of 3, I probably don't go. But the fact that it was green pendant, I knew I was going to be back over in pod area eventually, so I just figured, why not? Let's go for like overall efficiency, in case this is a completely awful seed, which is exactly what it ended up being. So kind of the overall efficiency of just doing it while I was there, I guess, helped out in the end.
Considering the super fun fire rod and just fire hunt that we ended up having there, yeah, I mean, it all really worked out because you didn't have to think about, okay, I left 3 or 4 items over in Thieves Town. I guess I gotta factor that in at some point.
I'll just also throw out there, I'm very glad that neither one of us was facing like P-Train or Andy or someone like that, because they would have been done 20 minutes ago, at least, or 20 minutes earlier. Like, shout outs to Hoverseed, because that's the definition of it right there. And I know Zelga can, but he said he tried once, and I guess when you got Pendant Swamp, you don't even know if folks going to show up. It's probably not worth it in Hookshot Cave usually. But this seed, oh boy.
Yeah, it definitely has the potential to get blown open. Also, you just kind of have to be able to. It's like a lot of these tricks in the game, and with execution and stuff, you have to be able to, perform it then on the spot in a pressure situation. So, but this is game 1, so congrats to GFE for taking the 1-0 lead, and you guys are facing off again tomorrow, same time, different station slightly if you check the schedule, But yeah, I guess we're going to get ready to wrap things up here. Any final thoughts from you guys?
Just GG's again, and looking forward to tomorrow's race. And thank you all for the commentary and the tracking in the race stream. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, kind of along the same line. GG's again to Zelga. I fully expect this is going to go to game 3. Like, I am kind of thrilled to be able to take the one up here, because I feel like it's what I needed. A little confidence boost here. But yeah, this is going to be a good series. Like I was talking before the match, I think we've only faced each other 1v1 one other time ever, and that was like one time in ladder, and that's it. So I'm really honored to be able to face a runner of this caliber. And also, yeah, echoing the thanks for the comms. Definitely looking forward to this one. There's going to be a lot of interesting discussions, I'm sure, that I'm going to hear. And big thanks to Lady Laura Linda. Like, I feel like I see her on tracking almost like every other race that I get on here. So she's putting in a ton of time.
Yeah, big shout outs to Lady Laura Linda, tracking all the items, clicking all the buttons. I'd honestly be lost without a tracker while, talking about the game. So I greatly appreciate our trackers. Taking a quick peek at the schedule real fast. Tomorrow morning, go get ready to go to sleep. You got a really hype match tomorrow morning, 8:10 a.m. Eastern, on SpeedGaming. Is going to be Ari versus Andy. That's going to be a not want to miss race. That's going to be game 1 of their series. Schulzer versus P-Train will be at 2:10 p.m. Eastern on SpeedGaming as well. And you guys will be facing off game 2, GFE and Zelga, at 9:10 p.m. Eastern time on SpeedGaming as well. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be. It's not a ton of rando, but it's gonna be some high quality rando. I think Dazed. It's gonna be some really good races, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm just you're into the top 8. Like seriously, every single race from this point on is just hype matchup after hype matchup after hype matchup. So that Airy Andy matchup coming up here in like, what is that, like 9 hours? I mean, yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, for sure. But I do want to say thank you again to Lady Laura Linda for tracking this one for us. Dazed, it was a pleasure, man. Finally glad to be able, we could get together and talk about some rando. Time zones are hard, but I'm glad we made it happen. I'll throw it over to you to close us on out of here.
Yeah, I'll just say exactly the same thing. Big shout out to Lady Laura Linda. Anybody who is interested in helping out with anything with speed gaming, especially ALTTPR, follow some of the links there. Get yourself to the Discord server here, and people can point you in the right direction. And definitely, all the help is more than welcome. And other than that, this was a fun race. Dante, it was an amazing time being able to calm this one with you. And everybody, we will see you very shortly here in just a few hours when the Elite 8 continue. Everybody, you have a great night there.